Welcome to Ty and Rye, the Finance Guys Market Mini Report, a short podcast that updates you on the past week's important topics and trends. Remember, this is not an offer to sell, and past performance does not guarantee future returns. Here are Ty Hansen and Ryan Robertson.
Hello, and welcome to another Market Mini for the week ending October 15th. Pretty good week, and I think for most people watching their portfolios this week, you were pretty satisfied and happy with some of the returns. So, great week. On average, the markets were up about 2.25. The biggest winner this last week was NASDAQ, which was close to 3% in gains this last week. And and the Dow was right around 2.3, and the general S&P 500 right around 2.5. So, great week. Really, really good week. And, I think a lot of people are like, okay, hey, why the rally, Ty? I think this is a little bit more, we talked about this over the last couple of weeks, where we tend to see this trend in the market where parts of September and October, we see these weird sell-offs, post-summer slowdowns. The markets, at least the last 4 or 5 years, 5-6 years, we've seen this September October sell-off, and immediately thereafter we see pretty little rise in that last little quarter drive, and I think that's really what we're seeing here. So because there hasn't been anything too aggressive in the markets that's had me concerned. Now, obviously, there's a lot to digest with the infrastructure bill. I mean, we're talking $3.5 to $5 trillion. Of government spending, which is a pretty big deal. Inflation still kind of lurking in the background, not as aggressive as as we would have expected this time of year, so that's good. But what we're really seeing, and I keep harping on this the last couple of weeks, is we're seeing still strong economic data, right? We're not, we're seeing, in fact, this last week unemployment numbers came down a lot lower than expected. We're seeing some of the retail data looking good. Consumer spending's up. Better numbers as far as healthy economic indicators. Right, we're seeing that in the market, and things have slowed a little bit with the kind of after the COVID recovery. But all in all, there's enough information that I'm seeing enough little nuggets out there that I really do feel like, okay, there's still a run to be had, the next little bit. Obviously, nobody knows 100% for sure, but as we look at that economic data, it's still there, still decent, and I think we're weathering the storm. This inflation scare, if you will, we're weathering it very well. So, yeah, again, all in all, great week, and I think for the most part, people should be pretty happy with their portfolios. So, and yeah, this next week we're starting to now see earnings reports coming out for quarter 3. And in fact, we've got Netflix coming up, a couple of the other bigger companies coming out in the next couple of weeks. So it should be an interesting little ride. So far, I mean, most of the projections and most of the analyst estimates are actually pretty strong. We're pretty confident that we'll see decent earnings for more of the major players the next coming weeks. So, anyways, thanks for tuning in. Again, we appreciate you listening to the Market Mini. And we really are excited to keep sharing our information with you about what we're seeing in the markets. So have a great weekend, and as always, check us out at tyandrye.com, and appreciate the listen. Thanks.
Thanks for listening to Ty and Rye, the Finance Guys. This is our weekly Market Mini Report. New episodes of this will be put out every Monday, so make sure you don't miss those. Also, the longer podcasts, more in-depth discussions, those will drop every Saturday. So subscribe on your favorite podcast platform, or follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube at Ty and Rye Podcast. That way you don't miss any new episodes. Thanks for listening, everybody. Hope you have a great week.